I found these classes when I was in law school, got 3 in my last semester. I'm going to share with you 4 study mistakes that I made in my earlier years of law school. When I stopped doing them, my grades improved. Finished law school, became a lawyer. This is another episode of Law and Law School Unpacked and Unfiltered, where I either unpack or unfilter something in law. And today we're gonna unpack. First thing, with lectures. I feel like this is not even a law student mistake. It's a uni student mistake in general, especially in the very beginning. But trying to write a transcript while listening into the lecture. First of all, it's kind of useless because I now know that like most of the time you get a automated transcript depending on your uni. And second, you're trying to focus on what they had just said that you missed what they currently say, and then you keep missing things that's been said. It's chaotic. Lectures aren't meant for you to write a transcript. It's actually meant for you to consolidate important concepts. Like if you've done your readings ahead of time and you notice that it's being repeated in the lectures, you can kind of pick up that, okay, maybe that's something that is going to be in the exam. Also get some other useful things in lectures. Like for example, they may give you some examples that not necessarily in the readings. The second study mistake is not knowing the purpose of your classes. What I mean by this is sometimes your class is either your attendance is a part of your grade, class participant is a part of your grade. There are some classes where you're not marked on your class participation, but you have group work, or mainly the class is just class discussion. The reason why this is important, and I can't believe that it took me until like my third last semester of law school for me to really pick this up. When you go into your classes, it is presumed that you have done the readings for the week, you have done the lectures for the week. So by the time you get into your classes, you already know what you're getting into. So those classes are an opportunity for you to consolidate and apply all the information that you have learned from your readings and your lectures. For example, if you are getting marked in class participation, that is your opportunity to contribute into class discussion using the brain, using what you have already covered with the readings and the lectures that week. It's more of group work or same thing. When it comes to finding the purpose, kind of try to see the one where class participation contributes towards your grade. That's already easy. You already know your purpose for that classes. Other ones where they're not necessarily marking on class participation, try to figure out how you are actually going to get the most benefit out of those tutorials. But the main thing you want to get out of those tutorials is how you're going to apply everything that you have done in the lecture. Let me repeat that. Everything you have read, everything that you have watched in the lecture, how are you going to plan to apply it when you are in your tutorial? The third mistake has something to do with the reading, but it's going blind. What I mean by this, we know that law school, a lot of readings. Your readings for this week for one unit